This is a matchup we have been waiting for. Two elite wide receivers. They bring a great skill set and swagger, hoping to use this showcase to show they are the top receiver in the country. Welcome to Tempe, Arizona. This is Mountain America Stadium, the home field of the Arizona State Sun Devils. As we see the number 10 team in the country, the UCLA Bruins, taking on a playoff team from last year, the Arizona State Sun Devils. EA Sports College Football, Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get right to the action. Sun Devils will kick this away to start us off. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start at the 25. Fake, looking to throw. Buying time, moving to his left. Looking deep in the very first play. And it's hauled in way downfield. And they've got him, but there's also a flag on the play. And the huge gain is negated as the officials spot a penalty. Tough for the offense to bounce back from that one. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play. This one's a compelling matchup. Early season, two top 10 teams. Kirk, we know that at this point, rankings can be a little bit suspect, but a chance for both teams to step up and show they belong.
I just love these kind of matchups when you get a top 10 matchup early in the year. Really find out if these rankings are worthy of where these teams are considered at this point in the year. Find out if these teams have what it takes to be one of the top teams in college football when this game is over.
They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39.
Well, it's a game of matchups. Always has been and it always will be, especially on the perimeter. And the quarterback believes his guy is better than their guy.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. He'll be taken down, but he crosses midfield of the 48.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
The Bruins have 1st and 10 here. Looking to throw again. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker.
Well, they knew all week that they would have an opportunity to face a lot of man coverage and a lot of blitzing today. And one way that they felt they could counter that, getting the ball out of the quarterback's hands quickly, and especially on the quick slants for big gains.
Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Big moment on the opening drive. They face 3rd down. They're going to run the option. And they'll run it. Hand it off to the running back. Oh, and he fumbles. The offense Defense able to fall on the football. Lucky to maintain possession there. And the replay booth has signaled they want to stop and have another look at this one. So after taking a closer look, the officials are going to overturn that previous ruling on the field. Offense set for the 6th play in this drive. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. It's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. There's the handoff. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Chris, I know it's not a huge gain. You didn't pick up the 1st down, but it's still early in this game. Never abort this running game. You keep working. It's kind of like a body blow in a boxing match. Keep wearing the defense down, and eventually you can hit a big one.
This is the 8th play of the opening drive, and now it's 3rd and long. They'll run it here. Running back has the ball. Able to convert on 3rd. Sets him up now. 1st down to the 22.
Boy, an opportunity missed here by this defense. They get him to 3rd down. They load up the line of scrimmage, but they could not deny this back at coming up with that conversion.
That run picks up 1st down yardage. A fresh set of downs for this offense. Quick throw to the left. Oh, he makes the catch. He's brought down at the 6. The offense will have 1st and goal right there.
Chris, how about the offensive balance these last couple of plays we're seeing from these guys? Not only are they balanced, but the explosiveness. A big run followed up by a big play through the air, and puts a lot of pressure on this defense.
Contact as he threw it. And he's got it. Touchdown, UCLA.
Chris, how about the quarterback sitting in there, taking the hit, but not before he got rid of the ball and hitting his intended target with a strike in the end zone? What a way to withstand the pressure and deliver for the 6 points.
And the PAT is good. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. He's going to return it from near the goal line. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. And it's a bunch formation. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Bringing pressure. And it's incomplete. Just missed the wide receiver there.
He just has to be protected better than that. He's the guy who can shift the tenure of a game. It's the offensive line's job to ensure he's kept clean.
Second down after the incompletion. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Locates the tight end is complete. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the 1st down.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or 2 guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody.
Decides not to throw it and will take an enormous loss on this sack. And the Sun Devils hustle to the line to run the hurry up. Timeout called by the defense, their 1st of the half, as they try to make some adjustments here. After the sack on 1st down, it's 2nd down. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. It's a short completion to the big tight end. And the defense swarms not much of a gain on that completion. UCLA with the lead. Let's check out the stats now through the opening period. They flipped ends of the field, but ready now for the second period. First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this third down. Out of the gun now on third down. He escapes the pocket. Looking deep down the left side. And it's hauled in. What a catch.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
And the Sun Devils are moving quickly down the field. They'll change the pre-snap look now. First down, looking to throw the ball. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side.
That's what I love about this guy. He has the ability to sneak out of the backfield. The quarterback's able to find him open, checks it down for a nice gain.
Less than a yard to go as they come to the line on second down. On the shotgun, it's a handoff. The defense all over it. They stop it right at the line. Here we go, third and short on the 7th play of this drive. Can he make it to the marker? That play more than enough for a first down. Sets him up at the 24.
Boy, you keep getting these chunk runs by this offense. They keep moving the chains and putting a lot of pressure on this defense, especially on a long drive like this. This defense looks clearly worn down.
Catch made by the tight end. It's a fumble. Defense makes the recovery, a turnover.
That's a great play by the defender who forced the fumble, but let's also recognize the heads-up play from the guy who recovered it. They were in the right place, just the right time.
And the UCLA offense is back out on the field. Great possession last time. They punch it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? Play never had a chance. Defense grabs him for a loss.
Boy, great defensive linemen not only have the ability to get upfield to rush the quarterback, but that instinct to recognize a screen pass. Good job of sensing it and making a play.
First down loss sets up second and long from the 11. Out the play fake, he'll look to throw it. He'll be sacked back at the 2-yard line.
I like the call here, but you can't run long, developing play-action passes like that if the offensive line is not going to give the quarterback time to throw.
So here comes third and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. Third down, backed up, looking to throw again. They'll try a pass here. The pass is intercepted. Touchdown, Sun Devils. Pick six could be a game changer.
Not only are they able to come up with some points of their own, now the defense on the other side comes up with a turnover and a touchdown to tie the game, and they're an extra point away from taking the lead.
And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. So the first play of the drive coming up here. Under 3 minutes to play before half. He hands it to the back. Breaking free at the 35. They get him to the ground, but an explosive running play there.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job, and you can see the results. You burst open and get a big gain on the ground. If I were them, I'd keep going to that side and see how much more success they can have.
That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Play action here on first down. Looking to scramble. Looking right, this one caught. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Well, the offense is trying to create some matchups to their advantage. But, man, this defense is so athletic. Nowhere to go here after this catch.
Now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. Offense getting set. It's second down. They'll run the option. The quarterback keeps it here. The back's got it on the pitch. And they finally stop it, but a decent gain that time. We'll take a quick pause before the half as we reach the 2-minute timeout.
Oh, the defense is ready for that one. They almost got that blown up before it got started.
Solid gain on the running play. Third down now. From the shotgun, handoff inside. Only gets a couple of yards there. It'll bring up fourth down.
How about that, Chris? They run the football here on third down, almost pick up the first down. What it does, though, is gives them a much better chance if they decide to go for this of picking up that first down.
The offense will go for here on fourth down and 3. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. He did not get it. A crucial play by this defense. What a fourth down stop.
How about the offense being aggressive? They decide to go for it here, and I got to give all the credit to this defense. Being aware, anticipating the call, knowing exactly where they needed to make the stop, and they did it.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Will not be brought down. Tackle made after a solid run by the junior.
Coaches told us in the pregame production meetings they love this back's mixture of speed and power. We know about the speed, but he also showed the ability to break tackles on that run.
Looks to the left, pass caught.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
That completion sets up a second down play. Looking to throw here. It's an outbound. The catch made. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
You call a quick out on third down. I think that tells you the confidence you have in a quarterback to be able to make that throw. And on top of that, a little surprised the defense would give that kind of cushion to be able to give him room to pick up that first down.
He fought hard there, broke a tackle, but brought down short of the sticks. Second down play coming up.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
After the incompletion, the lineup here for a 3rd and 7. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Quick throw over the middle. Pass caught. Can he get in? And he will score. Touchdown, ASU. They'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. So they find the reliable tight end. He makes the defense pay that time.
You know, the receivers a lot of times get most of the attention, but don't forget about how potent a tight end can be. When you've got a player like this who can run routes, you get a serious weapon that they can utilize, and they just did right there.
And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start from the 25. Here comes the first play of the drive. Can they do something in the final 30 seconds of fake on first down. Swarmed by the pass rush. A sack.
The defensive end gets in there and comes up with a sack. They were in a 4-3, and the pass rush came off the edge and made a big play.
Short loss on the play sets up 2nd and long from the 18. Running out of time in the pocket. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. They bring him down. A chance to turn that into points just before halftime.
Well, we're just here in this first half, and this defense is all over it. That's their 2nd interception. Good job of pressuring the quarterback, making him uncomfortable, and forcing the ball into coverage.
He'll hand it off. They bring him down after a gain. Looks like they'll spot it inches short of a first down. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. One more play before they head to the locker room. Second down, we're going to throw it. Looking for 6. And that one is incomplete in the end zone.
Boy, what a call here by the offensive coordinator. Dialed it up perfectly. The play looked like it had a chance for a big gain. Unfortunately, the quarterback off on the accuracy, put that ball too far out in front of the receiver.
And that one's straight down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. And the Bruins will kick this away to begin the second half. He'll bring it out from his end zone. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. Arizona State offense comes back on the field. The passing game very hard to stop in the first half. Let's see if they can begin to feature the run game here. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. What a catch! Tackle made after a solid gain. They'll spot the ball for 31.
Great job by the quarterback with an accurate throw against man coverage for a first down. Overall, by the entire group, good execution by this offense.
A new set of downs after that completion. Gonna run it. It's Winston.
Christina, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
And here's the handoff. And runner brought down right at the 38-yard line.
Well, I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run, but look at this. Put themselves in a perfect third down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
Solid gain on the running play. Third down now. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. On third and short, they'll try to throw for it here. Gets made on the out route. They bring him down, but the sophomore quarterback shows what a cannon he has.
Well, this offensive line, you got to tip your cap. They've done everything you would ask of them in taking care of this quarterback. They do it again here on third down, working with that lead. You know the pressure's coming, and they deliver.
He gets loose. As the first down is still going. They finally stop him. It's a huge gain down to the 23. They trust the left side of that offensive line and come up with a huge play on the ground.
Yeah, your favorite, Chris, there. The old pin and pull there, the left side. Great blocking on the left side, able to create a great push. Nice
taking a shot deep toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Arizona State. That's a beautiful strike on the move, Kirk, and that's why this quarterback is a defensive coordinator's nightmare, right?
Well, he moves around so well. He can make plays from the pocket. What I love about him is what you're saying. He gets outside. He's a threat to run as well with his athletic ability, but the arm strength to be able to make that throw and make this defense pay for it.
And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. And the UCLA offense back out on the field. And they'll give it to the back. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8. Offense comes up 2nd and 8. That running game not producing much on the first down play. Defense not pressing this time. He's got the first and still going. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. It's an option look. Solid run, tackled at the 45-yard line.
Well, if there's a silver lining for the defense, at least this quarterback didn't get out and gash him for a first down. But now they've got options coming up here. I wouldn't be surprised to see if they go back to him again.
They'll try the option play here. Pitch play to the back. Breaks loose at the 45. Ball carrier steps out, but a solid gain on the ground that time.
Oh, man, what a read here by this quarterback. You know, he's trying to keep it himself until the defense takes him away. Good job of pitching it. And how about the skill guys on this offense? Can they cover some ground? Great pickup for this offense.
A first down keeper to the left. They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play.
That's exactly how you want to defend the option. You know, an old school way is assignment football. You have to account for the quarterback, the pitch man. Here, the quarterback had really nothing other than just kind of lower his head and get as much as he could. Fortunately for the defense, it wasn't very much.
Little eye candy here from the offense, some pre-snap motion. They try to run it with the option. Oh, and it's fumbled. The lateral goes wrong.
Well, just like running backs, quarterbacks have got to do a better job of having awareness and taking care of the football. It felt like he got the ball away from his body there a little bit, allowing it to be knocked free. He caught a break because one of his own teammates was able to see that and get on top of the ball.
Third down. The offense desperately needs a conversion. They're trailing in the third quarter. He hands it off from the gun. Big-time conversion to keep the drive going. First down now from the 30.
You know, even though that these guys are facing a deficit, they're not just going all through the air. Love the fact that you're running the football, keeping this defense honest, not panicking by just throwing every single down. Now you got a new set of downs and a chance to keep moving the ball down the field.
Minimal gain brought down short of the marker.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Now this is the 8th play on this drive. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Throwing up play action. On the move now. Fires it to the wideout. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up third down.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. That's a design quarterback keeper. Football comes out. Looks like the defense has it for a takeaway.
How about this defense flying in there trying to get their hat on the ball? They do, and they're able to pounce on it for a big turnover.
And they'll start the drive here from the 23-yard line. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. He'll throw it now. But they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete.
That's a misfire there, Chris. This passing game has got to be able to get into sync and find a rhythm.
pass lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. They look to throw it here on second down. Moves out of the pocket. On the run here. Lets it go. It is intercepted. Breaks into the open. They finally bring him down, but what a return after the takeaway.
What a play by the defense. Really, the only way they can get back into this game is to create a turnover. They get an interception, and they're in business.
First down and goal now. Can they punch it in? The shotgun handoff here. No stopping him on that run. Touchdown, Bruins. Well, we had a short field. The offense did exactly what they're supposed to do. That would have been a big ask for the defense there, Kurt.
Absolutely. But when you're given that kind of field position, anything less than a touchdown would be a disappointment. They did exactly what they needed to do by capitalizing on that short field.
PAT up and good. They get a little bit closer.
That makes the score Arizona State 24, UCLA 14.
Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. This should be the last play of the quarter. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Makes the catch downfield. And he goes down right there. That's more than enough for a first down. Well, Kirk, Arizona State has the lead here. Sitting in pretty good position as we wrap up the third quarter. Let's check out the game stats so far. 1 quarter to go. Let's see if this sets up as a classic finish. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. They call the draw play here. Only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
Now I like the run play here, and offensively at this point in the game, you want to remain in that attack mode first, while also staying in bounds and working that clock.
Quarterback making some changes at the line. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. He escapes the pocket. The sophomore calls his own number and keeps this drive moving.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the first down marker is, picking up the first down.
The Sun Devils starting a new series here on 1st and 10. And the wideout goes in motion. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. Breaks free. And he steps out of bounds, but a solid gain there on the ground.
Really positive yards here from this running back. He's able to pick up the first down. I guess the only knock would be he does step out of bounds. With the new college rules, of course, the clock will stop momentarily until the play clock starts on the next play, and then the clock will get started again. So just try to stay in bounds when you're working with a lead like this.
They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line in the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. Running back has it on a screen now. And he never had a chance tackled in the backfield.
Chris, the timing of this screen pass just seemed to be off. The defense almost waiting for the ball to be thrown. He had nowhere to go by the time he caught it.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Goes to his right side there for the completion. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice game there.
Chris, that's another nice pickup through the air. I thought they might be really just out to run the football here with the lead. But instead, they're electing to throw the football. Different routes, quarterbacks in rhythm. Really, it's almost an extension of their passing game.
Nowhere to run up the middle.
Boy, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
Looking to the end zone. And it's intercepted, the last thing they could afford.
Chris, the defense does exactly what they needed to get back into this game. It's a two-possession game. With this interception and a quick score, they're right back in it.
And the Bruins offense back out on the field. On first down, it's play action. A deep shot to the left side. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
Well, they don't connect here, but this is what you have to do. It's late in the game. You need points. You're behind. You got to take some shots. I'd go right back to it, try to find a matchup, and go to one of your receivers that can make a play for you.
No press coverage. The DB's backing up now. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Looking for his big tight end. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment. But here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact. And as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
Well, it's been tough so far to get this drive going. Now they face 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. What's the call going to be? Pressure is coming. Sacked. It's a loss back to the 6.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
So down by multiple possessions here. The offense will try to convert here on fourth down. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. The pass is incomplete. That's a big stop with his defense on fourth down.
Man, you just hate to see this for this offense. They've done a nice job here, giving themselves a shot to get back into this game, and you got to go for it. But to come up a little bit short, this one may be over.
Keep it on the ground on first and goal. Defense stops him, but that's a solid game.
Great job by the running back is staying inbounds to continue to work that clock, working here in the fourth quarter with the lead. You got that defense getting closer and closer to their goal line. They are backed up, and they are...
Touchdown, Sun Devils. This offense really clicking. Well, they began with great field position, and that didn't take long at all, Kurt.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an opportunity. Your defense sets you up in great field position. You're not looking for a field goal. You're looking for a touchdown. Give the credit to this offense for being aggressive and punching it in.
And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start with the 25. And the Bruins offense is back out on the field. Time running out. Serious urgency here. Can they score and score quickly? A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2. The final 2 minutes as this offense desperate to get some points here quickly and try to stage a big comeback. Important second down play coming up. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Man, oh man, was the defense ready for this play. The quarterback just searching for anywhere to go, looking for daylight, but couldn't find anywhere to go in the keeper.
Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Well, the quarterback keeps the ball. He's trying to make a big play on 3rd down. He probably should have gotten the ball out of his hands. Now, we've got a big 4th down coming up.
Moving the receiver around pre-snap. And he's throwing for it on 4th down. And they can't complete it. It's a turnover on downs. Defense stepping up there.
Well, they just had to go for this, Chris. Pretty obvious. Not much of a choice. Down late in the game like this, you got to be aggressive. You got to take a chance. This was clearly just not their day.
First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Looking to scramble. And he'll heave the ball deep down that right side.
Well, this offense has had a great day today. The game is out of reach. I'd be curious to know why the starting quarterback's even still in the game and why is he throwing the football?
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Handoff heading left. Breaks an open space. Touchdown, ASU. They are pouring it on now.
You know, this head coach and even the players always talk about wanting to play a 4-4 quarters. And that's what we're seeing right now. I don't think they're interested in running the score up. I just think they're out there executing the plays called. And right now, they continue to put touchdowns up on the board.
And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. First play of the drive now from the 25. And looking to throw now on 1st down. Defense is coming after him. Catch made way downfield. That's going to help the stats a little bit, but won't make a difference in the outcome. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. The corner's now playing a couple yards off the ball. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Defense surrounds it. Just a short gain on that completion. The Bruins will hustle to the line here to run the hurry up. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. He'll take a deep shot here. Oh, he dropped it. Can you believe it? A huge gain slips through his hands. They come to the line, a long way to go for the 1st down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Makes the catch. It's Hawkins. And he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a 1st down.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
The Bruins with 1st and 10 here. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. And it's incomplete, even in a 1st down throw. He was under some heavy pressure.
Boy, this offense has really struggled today, Chris, when it comes to throwing the football. They have dug themselves a huge hole. They're not going to have any chance of coming back. And I think one thing about this is you wonder where you go from here. You're hoping to make a play or two to give yourself a belief that things can get better, but it's just been a disastrous day for the offense.
The pocket breaking down. It's incomplete. There is a marker down on the field. Let's check out that call. So the offense will decline the penalty and just take the result of that play. Incompletion sets up a 3rd down now for this offense. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Deep shot toward the end zone. Oh, nearly an interception down there in the end zone. Could not quite hold on. It'll bring up 4th down now.
Yet another incomplete pass, and this offense simply hasn't accomplished anything at all through the air today. Time is of the essence now, and a comeback seems improbable to me.
On the move now. On the run here. Lets it go. And the pass ball is incomplete as time expires. This was a case of a higher-ranked, respected team that came in here and handled